Welcome back to the Pueblo County Sports Experience. I'm Bellina Cipriani, and today I'm joined with
Eli Lewis.
And I'm Tannin Jackson. You've seen this face before.
Yeah, the podcast was a little slow to get going this year, but we're finally getting back into it.
Yeah.
Eli, how are you feeling? This is your first episode on the podcast. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Blood's pumping. Just excited to be on here, honestly.
Yeah. Tannin, how are you feeling? Returning?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited, I feel like there's a lot of responsibility on these shoulders. So, I'm going to have to step up, which I already have. So you don't even need to worry about that.
Well, yeah, that's good. All right. We're going to jump into our first sport, which is going to be tennis. I'll start us off with it. So the season's looking pretty good. We're already pretty far along in almost all these sports because we started this like a month and a half after everything actually got started.
Yeah.
Oops. But it's okay. They're currently 6-1 in the season. They're 3-0 in the league, so they're first in their league. And they only have 4 matches left in the season, which 3 of those matches are actually this week. And so, yeah. This past weekend, though, they had the South Invite, which I was there Friday working all day and watching it. And the team played really good. What I can say about the South Invite is it's a lot of like bigger schools, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it's like who you're going to see at regionals and state rather than like on a day-to-day basis. And so it's kind of a really good like testing point right before regionals and state of what they need to work on. And I think everyone kind of figured that out. On September 24th, they're going to play Central. They beat Central last time 6-1. So the only player that lost was Hollis Cooper, but he did like have a battle and I could see him winning this next time. Then on the 25th, they play Centennial, who they've also already beat 6-1. Again, Hollis was the one who lost that, but he played the Centennial guy at the South Invite this weekend and beat him. So I see them sweeping Centennial, hopefully. And then on the 26th, they play Fountain Valley. I actually don't have the stats for this, but I'm pretty sure in previous years, they've been a little bit more challenging team.
Yeah,
and so,
sure.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be a little bit more challenging, but I have faith that they like can pull out a win if they really need to. But yeah, that's really all I have on tennis. So anyone else have anything to add?
I just know they lost a few key seniors, so just trying to bounce back from that.
They did.
Yeah, it is kind of a rebuilding year. Like they lost Ian, who was a really solid one singles.
Really
yeah.
And they did lose some like other senior players like Dom Dostal and some other people like Uzad, yeah.
So just trying to bounce back from that, which they've done pretty well so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They were lucky because they had a lot of like returning people on JV, like, or on varsity. They didn't lose like their whole varsity. Like the girls team, we lost everyone except 3 on varsity.
Jesus.
So we're in a bad position, but they were in a better position than us.
That's good.
That's good. Well, our next sport is golf.
Mm-hmm.
And since we started this a little later, they're in their final week of their season so far.
Dang.
They're playing their final match today, or not one of their final matches today. And here's just a few words from Mr. Koshak, the coach for boys golf. All 4 of their seniors, Cameron Scott, Frank Cordo, Harley Harding, and Rocco Toussaint, have had their best seasons ever. Right now, our best golfer is Cameron Scott. He is currently averaging around 82 strokes a game.
Golly.
Dang.
Really well. Qualifying for state is a little different this year. It used to be based on a regional tournament, but now it's based on their best 5 rounds. So they take the best of 84 golfers for each class and take them to the state tournament.
That's kind of a lot.
Yeah, that's a while.
Yeah, that is.
And then Cameron Scott is ranked currently 90th, so he's extremely close to the cut line. So they're hoping that they could, on this final match today, trying to make the cut.
Yeah.
But they're playing at Desert Hawk today, so nothing but hope for our golfers today.
Yeah, good luck to them, yeah. All right.
And that's honestly it for golf.
All right, well, I'm going to take it from here with soccer. And so the season is going all right at the moment. So our current record is sitting at 2-1-2, right? And we have had it's been interesting. So we beat, the 2 teams that we've beat have been Mesa Ridge and Centennial. And those were like solid wins completely. The team we lost to was Central, which was a really close game. It was 2-1. And then the two teams we've tied were South, which was kind of unexpected because South has lost a lot of their best players. And so that's a game we should be winning. And Fountain is a team that should be destroying us, but somehow we were able to keep that scoreline 0-0.
That's good though.
It is good.
Yeah.
And so this is a scary season, I guess, because we've lost a lot of seniors too. Pretty much like our whole like varsity roster like graduated last year.
Mhm.
And so this is definitely a rebuilding kind of year. But things are going all right so far, and things have been getting better. And so we have 2 games this week. One is tomorrow, or I guess today, the 23rd of September when you're watching this, against South. That's the one we want to win by a lot too, since we tied them last time. And we have a game the 25th of September, which is against Palmer Ridge. And Palmer Ridge is probably going to be one of our toughest matches this season because all of our mutuals are like pretty much identical. And so both last year and this year, like Palmer Ridge and County have been insanely close. Last year we beat Palmer Ridge by 1, but again, we lost a lot of our best players. And so we'll see how that game goes. I do have faith in the team. I do think that we can beat Palmer Ridge, but it's definitely going to be probably one of our toughest games this season. Some standout players have been Junior Polito. He's leading in assists per match, shots, goals, and he's doing great. He has 3 goals so far. He's doing great. And I also want to shout out our goalkeeper, Parker Ehar. He's actually really solid. He was kind of like a random keeper that nobody was expecting because we lost Tanner last year. And Parker stepped up and everyone kind of thought he would be mid. But Parker is actually insane. Parker is probably the reason we've not lost some of these games. Definitely the reason we didn't lose the game to Fountain Fort Carson, because that was a tough game. So yeah, soccer is doing all right. I do have faith. All we need to do this season is we need to beat South, but we also need to beat Central the next time we play, because those games are going to set our placement in the league. And so this is a tough season. It's definitely going to be an uphill battle from here, but soccer, they're doing great, and I have faith in them. So
what was like the biggest, like, why did you think you lost to Central? Like, what was the reason, if you could give one?
I think that I'm wondering how much I should say that, because I'm going to get flamed if I say something bad about the soccer team. So I can't really say anything too much, but I think that game was, I think there was a lot of we scored in the first 10 minutes. We scored really early in that Central game. But what happened was, and we held them to a 1-0 lead for a long time. But then they scored a goal, tied it up, and within 8 minutes they scored another goal. So they were kind of building off of momentum. We had a lot of chances on offense. We had at least 3 that could have been goals. And so I think that the reason we lost that game was just finishing. I think that we were not being during that game specifically, we weren't able to finish any of our chances. And so I think that we've been working on that a lot since then.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that now that we've brushed up on that, I think we're going into also another thing. I don't know about a lot of the other players, but I was insanely nervous going to the Central game because Central has had good players for a really long time. They've all just been super young. And so now that they've all kind of grown up, basically, they're all they're juniors and seniors now. We were all scared for at least I was nervous going into that game. And I think that had something to do with it. But now that we've played them, we kind of got that out of the way. We know what to expect now. I think that going into this next Central game, a lot more confidence.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we can beat them.
Yeah.
And so, that's definitely going to be one of our more interesting games. But yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting though. Sounds like it will be fun.
Yeah, it's an interesting season this year. And at the very least, it's a rebuilding season.
Mm-hmm.
And so
next man up.
Yeah, it's definitely probably going to be a little bit rough this season, I would imagine. I still think that we can perform well, but obviously it's going to be really hard.
Who's your backup goalie right now?
We have freshman Cameron. Cameron is he's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's solid.
Because you'll lose Parker.
Yeah.
this year or
And
after this year.
And all Cameron needs is like experience. I think that's the
Mhm.
only thing he lacks at the moment. I mean, because everything else he has is solid. His saves are solid. His distribution is solid. And so I think that as long as we get him more exposure to like varsity games,
Yeah.
and just like playing in high school because it's a big switch, I think that he'll perform well because he's
That's good.
a solid keeper. And so, yeah, we're gonna need him. And so, but yeah, this is definitely a rebuilding season. And I do think that like if we really lock in, we can perform well this season.
Yeah.
But even if we don't, I still don't find, I don't think that's going to be like horrible for us. I do think that like we'll have time to, because our whole team is just like juniors and like sophomores and like,
yeah.
and we have like a couple seniors, but after they're gone, like it's going to be, yeah, we need to improve quick. I mean, like tying to South was kind of a morale killer. That game, we should have beat them by a lot. And so that was kind of like that was like kind of bad. And then losing to Central, and also Central historically has been horrible. Like my freshman year, so 2 years ago, they were literally like one of the worst teams in the league. They were only better than East, which is not much. That's not saying much. And so they have improved a lot. And so losing to Central was also kind of like, and like last year we beat Central by like 5 points. And so losing to Central was also kind of a morale killer.
Mm-hmm.
And we have won 2 games, but those games were blowouts. Like they weren't like, they didn't feel like hard fought wins. And so I do think that, I don't know, it's going to be interesting. We just need to lock in. We're not doing horrible again, like you said, for a rebuilding year, but we could be doing better. And so but I do think that we can do better. And of course, like the team's always improving. And so, yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of a scary season this year, but I do have faith in our team.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to that game against South, and I think if you guys lock in, I think you guys will be pretty good.
Yeah,
you guys were really close.
Yeah, we were in control of the South game like the entire time. They scored a penalty kick, and there was just some fluke goal from like a random defensive mistake that they scored. And so like, yeah, it was kind of a depressing win, but I think that our soccer team is definitely like, we can probably beat like pretty much every team. We can probably beat every team left. It's just going to be, those are going to be some hard games.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
For sure.
But yeah, that's all I have from soccer. And we're going to be moving on to Bellina. She's going to take it away with cross country, right?
Yes. All right. So cross country, I have like some stuff. I'm hoping it's right. But at the Rocky Ford Invitational, Richard Sagona placed 5th in the 5,000 meter, with the boys county team also placing 5th in that. Then Emma Carter got 3rd and Ella Gonzalez got 4th, with the girls team overall placing 3rd. At the Central Invite, Richard placed 3rd, and then the boys team placed 4th, and the girls team also placed 4th in it. And then at the Fountain Fort Carson Invite, Richard Sagona also placed 5th, and the boys team placed 10th overall. And there was a lot of schools at that one, I'm pretty sure, when I was looking at it. I didn't write it down, but there was a ton. And then this week on the 25th, they have the Canyon City Invite. So hopefully they'll be able to do good at that. And it sounds like Richard's having pretty good cross-country season so far. I don't know a lot about cross-country, if I'm being really honest.
Yeah. It's kind of, I don't really know.
I feel like it's just running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not the one to talk, so I just...
Yeah, for real.
And then with cross country, I am going to just talk about like our band really quick, because they placed 1st in a competition at Harrison.
Nice.
And then they placed this weekend, they placed 1st in 3A at the Legends Band competition, but then got 3rd overall out of 24 bands. And it was just, they were like 2 points behind 1st place, and they actually tied for 2nd, but because of like some random thing overall, they got 3rd instead of 2nd. So pretty good. But yeah.
But the band's really good.
Yeah, it's
They're
really good.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
And like, I think state this year, hoping for that 1st place this year. But
I believe.
yeah, it's in
I
Grand
also
Junction.
believe.
I'm not going
Junction,
to.
Grand Junction's so far.
I am not going. I was going to go, but I'm going to regionals in like 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, we'll see how they do.
I'll support them in the spirit.
All right. Now we're going to move back to Tannin with gymnastics.
Yeah. So gymnastics, not a lot from me, but there is good news. So they had a meet this past Saturday, and they won. They won the meet.
That's good.
And Ava Cazzetto did really good. She won bars, and I think she did good in a bunch of other categories. And so, not a lot, but that's your update on gymnastics. They're doing good, and the team's always been good. And so, yeah,
Isn't
keep it up.
Ava a freshman?
She's a sophomore.
Still
She's a
really
sophomore.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have a
she's
meet
good.
this weekend too
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
against Alamosa.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a W, right? I imagine that's a W for our gymnastics team. I mean, they're like pretty freaking good. So that's all from me for gymnastics. I'm going to be moving back to Bellina for softball.
Yeah. All right. So, okay. So far softball, they are 11-4 this season, with their losses coming from Liberty, Cheyenne Mountain, Central, and then, and Lutheran. And they were like kind of close losses. They weren't like huge. Like they were losing by like 1 or 2 runs.
So close.
Yeah. So I'm not going to go over all the games because that's a lot of games to go over, but I'm going to go over the games starting on the 17th. So September 17th, because that was last week. So last week they played Central and they lost to them 8-5. So by 3 runs. During this game though, Camden Toussaint was pitching and she struck out 7 batters. And then going into on September 18th, they played South and they won 15-5. So they had 10 more runs than South did. And Jocelyn Mays was pitching during this game and struck out 7 people. And then Aubrey Peralta came in and pitched 2 and struck out 5 people. So overall, pretty good for both of them. And then on the 20th, they played Pueblo West and beat Pueblo West 4-2. That's always a good win to have when we beat West. So yeah.
W.
Yep.
Love it.
Then this upcoming week on the 23rd, they play Centennial. They've already beat Centennial 3-1. So hopefully they're just able to keep that like momentum from winning that game and just do it again and go in with like confidence and just keep it going.
Yeah.
They play Central on the 25th, which we just lost to Central. So hopefully they are able to beat them this time, like know what they need to do differently and just able to do that. On the 27th, they play Meade, who is 9-7. And then on the 27th, they also play Frederick, who is 11-4 with this season. So they have the same record as us currently. So hopefully that's like a close game, but like we're able to pull out the win. So yeah.
W. I have faith.
All right, on to you, Tannin.
All right, back to me.
Volleyball.
Back to me. All right. So girls volleyball, they're doing solid. Right? Their record at the moment is 8-3. So, like that's pretty good. And so their losses have been to the pretty much the toughest teams. They lost to Fountain Fort Carson, Alamosa, and East. And so, yeah, and those were all sweeps. And so, yeah. those are rough games. And I don't know, East has always been really good at volleyball for some reason. And so those games are always pretty exciting. But yeah, East was kind of an unfortunate loss that
was a
happened.
tough game for them against East.
Did you go? Did you?
I was there. It was.
Yeah.
Fill us in.
Yeah.
Were the sets like closed at least, or
I feel like it just depends. I feel like County got in their own head a little bit
Yeah.
here and there, like just making up some
East-
dumb, simple mistakes.
East is a tough place to play. Like even when we're playing East at County, their student section is
Their student
Yes,
section,
their
rough.
student section rocks.
Shout out
I mean,
to East student
It
section.
no, it does. It's really good.
Yes, it is.
But
it is.
they're like a tough school to play against just because of their student
Yeah,
section.
exactly.
I think what really got them in a hole was that first set for County. That
Yeah.
first set, they got.
It was like
killed
what
on.
25-9. Like
Yes,
it wasn't close.
25-9.
It was really
Yeah.
bad.
The next set was a little closer, 20-25, and then which is like all right. And then the next set was little worse, 17-25. So yeah, pretty dominant win from East, I will say. And so East has always been pretty strong at volleyball. And so next time we play East, since that's kind of like always an exciting game, next time we play them is the 2nd of October, so not that far away.
At County or at East again?
It's going to be here at County. So
It's gonna be
show
Show
up,
up.
write your
Show up,
calendars,
show out.
show up to that game because we want to win that game.
Yeah.
And so we have a game. We have 2 games this week. Actually, 3 if you count. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's a lot. Okay, there's a lot this week. All right. And so we have Mesa Ridge is on the 23rd. Mesa Ridge, they're not good. I checked the stats. I'm not even gonna tell you how bad they are. And so that's a win. That's a dub. That's already written in the stars. South, on the other hand, good glory. I got worse than Mesa Ridge. So that's an easy dub too. And then we're going to play Vanguard.
Which is Tannin's favorite school mascot, by the way.
Well,
What are they?
it's okay. Well, okay, throw up the profile picture on screen right now, because it looks so weird. Like it took me forever. Like when I first saw it, it
Yeah.
took me forever to know like what I was looking at. In case
I
you're
think I
struggling,
have the blooper of you like
crashing
yeah,
out.
crashing out about it.
Okay, it's actually 3 horses in like a little like you know.
Because they're the
You know?
Well, like look at it. They'll know what I mean. Okay, it's 3 horses. I thought it was trees when I first saw it. I'm not
and then
even
you
lying.
thought it was like a kraken or something.
Yes, it's weird, bro. It's a weird freaking logo, but yeah, the Vanguard School, and they're doing all right. It's not that crazy of a. I mean, that one would probably still have like a solid win. So yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We don't. We're fine this week. This week is solid for us. So yeah, the volleyball, and also before I go, I'm just gonna mention some key players. So we have 3 key players that have really been rocking the boards recently. So Eden Johnson, she's been a star since she was a freshman.
Yeah.
She is actually crazy. She's averaging 3.5 kills a set. She has like 120 kills at the moment. And so yeah, Eden is just crazy. And as a junior, she's nuts. Sophia House is also like a key player. Total blocks 15 blocks. So yeah, she's pretty crazy on defense. And then our third player is freshman Bryn Clemeni. And so as a freshman, she's already topping some of the boards for serving aces per set, and assists with 135 assists, and as a freshman, which is just nuts.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
she's insane.
yeah, she is crazy. So those are kind of your players to look out for, I think, for the rest of this girls volleyball season. But yeah, they're doing great right now. And I mean, this week is looking like a County Hornets kind of week. So for volleyball, at least. So yeah, we got that. And hopefully we can beat these harder teams next time we play.
Yeah.
But that's all from me. And we're going to go back to Eli finally to talk about football.
All right, here we go. Pueblo County football right now is currently 2-2, coming off a heartbreaking loss to Discovery Cannon.
Yeah.
40-39.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough loss.
That is a tough one.
It was a tough one. But they played this past Saturday. And Brady Ware with an incredible game, 15 carries, 224 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Golly.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's
Player
nuts.
of the week for me.
Yeah.
Right there. That is
Okay.
insane.
Early vote.
Early
vote.
That's crazy.
This-
Yeah, no,
this is
that's
absolutely wild.
That's nuts.
And then he's one of the key players for this team. 131 yards per game and 2 touchdowns per game, plus his receiving stats about like 20 per game.
Yeah.
And then this past game was the only one where he didn't have a receiving touchdown on top of that.
Yeah.
So
He's nuts.
Yeah.
absolutely insane. And then Dwan Spence, 54 yards per game and a touchdown per game. He's a running back and like a wide receiver hybrid, so he can catch, run it. He's really good too. And then on the defensive end, Luca Tucci on the edge, averaging about a sack per game, and then 7.5 tackles per game. He's balling right now. A few forced fumbles in this past game. He returned a forced fumble, 68 yards to the house.
Nice.
Jeez.
So all props to him. So this upcoming Friday, we play Pueblo South, and that's going to be a tough matchup. Pueblo South coming off a really good win against
Yeah.
East High School in the Cannon game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Came back down. What
Clutch.
was it, like
Clutch.
almost 20? They came back down.
I think it was at least 2 possessions.
Yeah, it was for sure at least 2 possessions. Came back one and won at the horn. So
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
that's going to be a tough game for
Yeah.
Pueblo County.
Yeah.
Pueblo South with Caden at quarterback.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
And one of their
then-
wide receivers is
Jake
nuts.
Jake Pashada.
Jake,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
He's
really
nuts.
good. He's coming off an incredible game too. So gonna be a tough one, but I think we could pull it out.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think if we hand the ball off to Brady Ware here and there,
Yeah.
We're,
he'll do a lot.
We're streaming that game too.
I'll be commentating that
Yes,
game.
Eli will be commentating.
And when do we play them?
We play 7 o'clock
September 26th.
on September 26th. Pueblo County Sports Network.
Cool.
Check it out then.
Mhm.
But currently, Pueblo County's ranked 88th in Colorado and going into this game. So hopefully we can get out a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. I have faith.
So that's it for football. And player of the week. We're on to player of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Here
we
we go.
already know who your vote is,
think-
but
Hey,
do you want to
I heard
say it again?
I voted early. I'm going Brady Ware.
Okay.
Okay. So there are there are like a lot of good players, but just in this past week we haven't seen a performance as amazing as Brady Ware's. And so he gets my vote as well.
I'm just going to go with Brady Ware too. I agree with all Eli's points he brought up, and that's a pretty impressive game to have. So
Yeah.
we're going to go with Brady Ware.
An amazing player. Can't wait to see what he does
Yeah.
this Friday.
Congratulations to Brady for being our first player of the week for season 3
Yeah.
of the sports experience.
Yeah.
And yeah.
All right.
All right,
Congratulations.
Here we go. Oh,
You don't do one clap, you dude.
All right. Tannin, you want to hit us with the outro?
All right. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Send this to your friends, please. Who knows? You or one of your friends might get shouted out one day. So please send this to your friends. And that's all from us. I'm Tannin Jackson. This is Eli Lewis, my favorite guy. That's Bellina Cipriani over there. Flip the camera. Yep. Cut to her. Yep. All right. And that's all from us. Thank you for tuning in once again. And that's all from me. Roll the
Yeah.
outro music.
All right. Bye, guys.